Morning all, it is Wednesday the 29th, it's day 18, is that correct Mr. F? Wednesday the 29th of April, day 18, here we are. Another wet day by the looks of it, let's have a look. Pitch inspection from Louis, what do you think? Wet, he said, very wet indeed. Not much chance to get outside yesterday, or today by the looks of it. I still went running in the rain yesterday, did a 5k. I've got some information to share with you at that. I'm going to send a separate email about what some of the staff are doing to do some fundraising. Stupidly, deciding to run so much was never high on my agenda, but it has become that now. So I'm going to give you some more information about that in an email. Right, Wednesday the 29th, the 18th day of home learning. A good couple of days on Monday and Tuesday. It looks like people are getting back into the swing of things now for week 2. Lots of people enjoying the English work. I think it's really helpful and useful. So let's see what we're up to today. Spelling frame continues, guys. Thank you to all of you who continue to do that. I do check everything every day, so please make sure you are completing that one test at least a day. You can play some spelling frame games and then you do your individual test. Okay, my maths today is slightly different. I'm going to say Mr. Flowers' group to start with are looking at units of length, so looking at all things to do with length, working with millimetres, centimetres, metres and kilometres. Mrs. Fox's group, I'm just going to put you back on some money work as well. Working with money, I think it's good for you guys to have that exposure. And Mrs. Bassett's group, slightly different this time, problem-solving tasks. And I'd like to send some photos to me of the work that you've done. That would be fantastic. So what you need to do when you open up the document, you hover over where the links are. And you see how my arrow turns into a pointer and it hits a link. So I've got 2 activities for you to do here. There's no My Maths and Mrs. Bassett's group today. You hover over it, it's an enrich activity. You click on it and look, it comes up with an activity. And this one's called Money Measure. You have 10 identical open top boxes with 10 visually identical coins in each. In 9 of the boxes, each of the 10 coins has a mass of 10 grams. In one box, the 10 coins have masses of only 9 grams each. How can you find which box is the odd one out? You've got to read that question really carefully, so just be careful with that. It's quite tricky. Have a look through. So once you've done that, show me some working, show me how you've worked it out. You go back to the grid, and you've got another task. There's 2 tasks for you guys to do today. You click on that new one, and this one's called Walk and Ride. And again, this is to do with measure, it's to do with miles per hour to length. A group of 10 students on a field trip when their bus breaks down 40 miles away from the school. A teacher takes 5 of them back to the school in her car, travelling at an average speed of 40 miles per hour. The other 5 students start walking towards school at a steady 4 miles per hour. The teacher drops the 5 at the school and then immediately turns round and comes back for the others, again travelling at a steady speed of 40 mph. How far have the students walked by the time the car reaches them? My recommendation, draw out the problems. Draw them out. Notes, where and what do you need to have the answer form in? Does it need to be in miles per hour? Does it need to be in number of students? If you need to map it out, that would be my way of doing it. Underline the key question if you want to print it out, write it out, underline the key information. Good problem solving fun. Stay patient with it, stay resilient. It might take a little while. Try it on your own first. Be those independent learners you can do. I know you can. Right, that's the maths. Looking forward to seeing some of those today. And we have got a submission piece today from the English section. Now, the English section you should have done yesterday was to do with all the adverbs and your grammar and sentence work. I thought it was quite fun. So what you're going to have a look at today is a submission piece, activity 8. And this is where you're starting to develop and build ready for your story writing. Activity 8, through the eyes of a character. One of the things I love exploring when I'm writing is what it must be like going on into a character's mind. Whenever I read great portal stories, now a portal story is where you go through a door and it takes you to another world, I always try to put myself into the shoes of the character, to try to imagine how they must be feeling as they discover the passageway to a new world. How must Alice have been feeling as she fell through the never-ending tunnel in Wonderland? Right, here's your task, guys. And this is a submitted piece, so I know you've really thought this through. First, think of your character. It's easier if you base this on someone you know. You could do a character description. You could put the character in the middle and then do a spider diagram around the outside if you want to. What are they called? What do they look like? What sort of person are they, personality-wise? What do they do? What do they say? How do they treat other people, and how do other people treat them? You're going to compose for me, what means write, a short piece of descriptive writing based on seeing a mysterious door through the eyes of your character. Now, I asked you to do 2 paragraphs for me for the submission piece. Have a look here how it's happened. This is my paragraph. Samantha stared. There, rising out of the cliff, was an unfamiliar door. Its metallic panels were tarnished in rust. Paint flaked off the brittle walls that made up its frame, and the door handle rattled in a bitter breeze. Slowly, Samantha gazed all around her, took a deep breath, and stepped forward. Here are the tools that could be a good way of using how I've broken it up. If you want to use this might be really helpful. This is how I've broken it up. Show the setting for the eyes of the main character. How does Samantha see? She stared, she gazed. Describe the door. There, rising out the cliff, was an unfamiliar door. Semicolon, similar to your work from yesterday. Add some more detail to the above. Describe a little bit more about the door. Include an adverb to hint at how the main character feels. Slowly. And use the pattern of 3, like you did previously. Pattern of 3. Samantha gazed all around her, took a deep breath, and stepped forward. So that's the work that we did previously from yesterday's work, starting to unpick adverbs, your pattern of 3, semicolon for more detail. Can you see how we're all piecing it together? Trying to create 2 paragraphs about me. For me, it could be a paragraph about the same, 2 paragraphs about the same character, or 1 paragraph about one character, and 1 paragraph about a different character if you want to experiment with that. That's going to be submitted on Friday for me. Remember, this is activity 8 about your character description, where you're starting to introduce the idea of the character's emotions and feelings as they're going towards the portal. Continuing on, guys, thank you so much. That comes on Friday. Thank you for the work that I've seen so far. Keep it up, keep it going. I hope you all saw the shout out for Will R's 11th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday again, Will. I've enjoyed speaking to all your parents over the last few days as well. Very busy trying to get round. So again, parents, I am trying my best to respond to all the emails. It's just extremely busy. So I'm looking forward to seeing and speaking to some of you again today. I'm back in school on Monday. So I'm looking forward to seeing a few of you then as well. Have a look on there for the challenges from Mr. Coin for this week. The quiz is out tomorrow. It's busy, busy, busy fun. And I hope you all having good fun. It's flowers out, guys. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.